Hey guys, Dr. Axe here. One of the most common questions I get is, when do you need to take a multi, if you need to take a multi? And so I want to talk about multivitamins and multimineral supplements. It's one of the top selling supplements all across America today. And I'll tell you, I don't think people have to take a multivitamin all the time. In fact, for me, I typically take a multivitamin about 4 to 5 days a week. And there are specific times when I really make sure I'm getting my multi, and other times where I think that it's not probably completely necessary for everybody to get a multivitamin. But here's the truth. If you're not a healthy eater, or you're eating healthier but not really healthy, in that case, I really believe all of those people, or you personally, should be taking a multivitamin if you're not already a healthy eater, especially for kids. Multivitamins are, in a way, your insurance policy, making sure you're covering yourself for all your vitamins, your minerals, making sure you get everything you need. So again, multivitamins can be greatly valuable. Now, the times that I don't take a multi are if I'm juicing vegetables that day. I typically don't do a multi, or if I've eaten really perfectly, or have not had too much sugar or dessert that day. Those days, I really don't do a multivitamin, because I really feel like the food I just ate, or the vegetable juice I just juiced, it's so high in vitamins and minerals. On those days, I actually skip taking my multivitamin. But pretty much all other days, I'm taking a multi. And one of the other common questions I get is, well, hey, if I'm eating healthy, does that mean that I'm going to be covered for all my nutrients and I don't need to take a multivitamin? I want you to think about this. Today we are exposed to more toxins, more emotional stress, and our soil is more depleted than it's ever been before. So unless you're shopping at your local farmer's market and juicing vegetable every day and living a stress-free life and are toxin-free, hey, if that's you, then you don't need to take a multivitamin. But for a lot of people today, I believe that a multivitamin is a great insurance policy, because it's helping you cover your bases. It's making sure you're getting your vitamin C and vitamin D. It's making sure you're getting your magnesium and potassium and zinc and these minerals that are so important for healing, for health, for cellular function, even for your metabolism. So I believe a multi is something pretty much everybody should have stocked in their medicine cabinet or nutritional cabinet, and it should be taken probably most days, but some days, again, if you're juicing vegetables or you ate very clean that day, then you probably don't need it. I want to give you a warning, though, of what type of multivitamins you want to stay completely away from. Unfortunately, there are 3 main things you want to stay away from in multivitamins. The number one thing you want to stay away from is mega dosing. There are certain vitamin companies that, because they use so many synthetics, they're doing very, very large amounts of vitamins, which can be hard on your kidneys over time. So you want to stay away from the mega dosing vitamins. Think about this. You want your vitamin to be more like eating a real food. It shouldn't be 100,000 times what you'd actually get in an orange when you're taking vitamin C. So again, you want to be doing these more natural doses, so stay away from mega dosing. The second thing, which I believe is the biggest thing you want to stay away from, are the synthetic vitamins. Now, there's a company out there that's one of the #1 sellers, and they're probably the most well-known for their multivitamins. They start with a big C, and this company uses a lot of synthetics. In fact, 95% of multivitamins out there today use a large amount of synthetic vitamins. So rather than vitamin D3, which is found in food, they use vitamin D2. Rather than magnesium citrate, they may use, or let's say a certain type of calcium, they use calcium carbonate or magnesium stearate, these synthetic minerals that actually are very hard on your body, and you're not going to get the health benefits. And I'll give you an example of this. If you're taking most multis, the calcium they use, calcium carbonate, is synthetic, or it actually comes from ground limestone or mineral salts. And that type of calcium, according to the medical research, your body only absorbs 5% of that calcium. The other 95% can actually get stuck in your arteries, causing health issues. So you want to be careful of multis. Remember, no mega dosing, no synthetic vitamins, and then you want to stay away from binders and fillers, specifically from something called magnesium stearate that's found in a lot of multis today. In fact, there are certain companies, like that company I talked about that starts with a C, you break open their multi, you can actually write on a chalkboard with it, because they literally use the binder of magnesium stearate, which is in a way chalkboard chalk that you'd write with in a classroom. That's what they fill their vitamins with. So stay away from that toxic stuff. What you want to look for in a multivitamin is that it's whole food based. There should be things on the label that say things like spinach and grapes and enzymes. I mean, you should see real food in your multi. That's why they call it a whole food multi or a real food multivitamin. That is the most important thing to look for. Again, staying away from the synthetics. Also looking for synergistic nutrients. You know, there are certain nutrients that should absolutely be in your multi, and two of those things are magnesium and potassium. You know, a lot of these, some multis today only put calcium in. They don't put enough magnesium. They don't put potassium, so your body can't actually even utilize the calcium if those things aren't in there. So again, making sure you see magnesium in there, zinc, potassium. Those are three of the things you definitely want to look for. But again, when you're buying a multi, the most important thing is finding a whole food, or what I call a real food-based multivitamin. And I'll tell you, the medical literature is showing that actually multivitamins have many health benefits. In fact, there's a study that was published showing that multis may decrease your cancer risk. They may decrease your risk of actually having birth issues. So for pregnant mothers, this is why most physicians and gynecologists will recommend that their patients be on a prenatal multivitamin, because the studies are showing that it decreases your children's risk of autism and neural tube defects if you have folate in certain B vitamins. So for certain people, and especially certain populations like mothers, or if you're eventually going to be having a child, for that reason, doing a multi and then eventually a prenatal is also, in terms of the medical research, showing that you really should be making sure you cover your bases with getting certain vitamins and minerals. And again, number one, make sure it's in a real food, whole food-based form when you're buying your multi. And I'm really excited to announce that I have a real food-based vitamin. I did a lot of research on this multi and made sure that we have the specific amounts that you would find a lot of times in the fruits and vegetables you're eating out there today. It's going to help you cover all your bases. And when you read the label of what's in this real food multivitamin, the same multi that I take every day, the same multi I recommend to my patients, you're going to see things on the label like spinach and resveratrol and citrus fruits and specific herbs in there that actually help with absorption, nutrient absorption. And so this multi is customized specifically for my patients, people that want to follow a real food diet and make sure they're only getting real foods in their diet, the highest quality you can get. So I know you guys are going to love this real food multivitamin. It's something I'm very proud of. It's the same thing that I personally take and my family takes. Hey, thanks for watching, guys. I think you're going to love this real food multi.